Hey buddies, welcome to a Video Games Lonesome of Darkest Dungeon. The Fiends and Frenzy update has just been released, which I've been watching with bated breath. Every so often a game comes along that I get a little bit obsessed with, and Darkest Dungeon is one of those. Been playing it a lot off show, almost as much as Hearthstone. And it's in early access, which needs to be reiterated. This is an early access build, but it seems that a lot of early accesses are starting to treat their updates almost like DLC packs, like, you know, upcoming big like additions to the game that like they almost market in a way like it's a brand new game or something like that. But it's free to everybody who's already bought the game. It's interesting the way they start to market these things now. It kind of gets you hyped up, and I didn't think I'd see the day where an update to a beta would get people hyped. Besides, you know, Minecraft obviously started that. All right, so Darkest Derp is the name I usually like to use for a campaign. Let's jump right in. Check out these new updates. I've heard they're substantial.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside.
I haven't watched this in a while.
Leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Ooh, it's like we're playing Mad Max. Inside the darkest dungeon. Loading up a fresh playthrough. This is the longest this has ever taken. I hope that update doesn't broken the game. There we go. Thank God. All right. So here we start.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Seems that we still start with our standard
Dispatch
highwayman
this
and
thug in brutal
crusader.
fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
You can't shank a crusader, man. Come on. All right. Open a vein. So, Darkest Dungeon is all about team synergy. It's also a lot about luck, which any good roguelite or roguelike is always going to have a very high degree of luck and roll of the dice.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
A large part of that is, of the luck, is what heroes you end up with when you're playing through. I have yet to find like a lot of effective combos. I'm still experimenting.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
A good early stash. Right now, my favorite.
Send these vermin a message.
I think my favorite character by far
and their kind
is.
is no longer welcome.
He talks a lot. I don't realize that until I do a show. The Highwayman is probably one of my favorite characters so far. I feel like it got darker since the last episode. Oops. How do I, here, just a second. I'm gonna see if I can, if they have gamma
Clarified in a
options.
single strike.
Because... Huh. It totally got darker. Like, and I mean like gamma-wise. It's not even weird. Oh well. Twitch Monkey, that's what this game has. Permadeath. Permanent character death, not hero death. I guess I stay alive no matter what, but well, you can actually get to a point in the game where you can't continue because you've just you can get to a point where it'd be really fucking hard to continue if you make enough mistakes. Oh, I see. All right.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I wonder if this chest is still trapped. This one doesn't look quite right. Gah! Alright. Doesn't matter if you get trapped there or not, because the affliction goes away. It's just blight. Ooh, what did we open for Reynold? Shocker. He's got negative 10 stun resist now. Great.
Welcome home, such as it is.
Oh, it got a bit better there. It's not as dark now.
This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
All right, so the only thing that seems to have changed is Ancestors' memories. This is a new thingy. Oh, so this is just a way to replay videos that you've unlocked as you played. So, I see. And it tells me how to unlock new story. Defeat the Brigand 8-pounder, the Brigand 12-pounder, and the Brigand 16. I haven't even... Oh man, look at all these big guys I need to defeat. So it's like this gives you a good idea of what you need to do.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses.
These characters are always the same.
All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
You always start with the usual suspects, as they like to call them in the game here. But sometimes they have different effects. She's got Slayer of Mankind, which is awesome. Not as much for a cleric. I'd rather have that on my Crusader, but she'll only drink in town, and she has 10% less stress heal. Not horrible shortcomings. He's got the yips, which means -5 accuracy. That's a bad thing. And an intense craving for alcohol. That's okay. He's an amateur armorsmith, not a great plus. And his heal skills while camping are plus 20%. Not an amazing plague doctor we have. We got hard noggin and quick reflexes, which are standard for your highwayman when you start. And he's not allowed to gamble in town because he cheats. The Warrior of Light we have on our Crusader, which I don't typically like to play with the light up high, so that really doesn't do me much. He's also a Kleptomaniac, which is one of the worst things that you can have in this game as a negative. And that's by standard. You always start with a Crusader who has Kleptomania, while at the same time being God-fearing, which is funny. Alright, what I usually like to do is increase the number of people who are coming to town to about 4 per day. That way, as soon as I'm done my next, and that's all I have.
Foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
They always start you with what seem to be just enough deeds to upgrade your stagecoach twice. I'm sure some people do 1 into Hero Barracks capacity and 1 into the number that arrive each day, but I like to just increase it to 4 arriving each day, because then I have a fresh new set of people, like a fresh new team arriving per day, which can help. Then there's the graveyard, which is for when people die.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
All right, so there's not many decisions to be made.
Of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Since she's a Slayer of Mankind, I think that her best position is actually second in line, and then the Highwayman, and then my Plague Doctor. Oh, what was that? Tricky Glory? Tricky Glory. They used to be called the usual suspects. We can see that by going into the ruins right now, we're going to get an unmovable helmet if we win that can only be used on a bounty hunter. Get some move resist on that. Trinkets are always nice. They're a nice little bonus when you go on a mission. Clive has the ability to blind. The blinding gas is one of the most important abilities for the Plague Doctor early game, and he's got that ability, so we rolled well with him. Let's provision.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Now, preparing is one of the things in the game that requires the most experience, the most playthroughs in order to understand how much you need to take with you. For the short trips, the short missions, I usually like to take 2 skeleton keys. I don't bring any torches. I'd rather not spend any money on torches because I think that at least pre-update, the amount of treasure you get from the extra treasure you get from not lighting your way far outpaces the danger that you face by keeping it dark. Plus, it makes the game more challenging and fun, I find. So I would rather, instead of spending a lot of money on torches, I just spend a shit ton on food. And I know a lot of people don't subscribe to this strategy, but this is what I found most effective for me. That's about actually enough. I've found that, yeah, that's a pretty heavy investment into food. But I found that, like, having a healer, at least one that hasn't been upgraded yet, in your team, and using them to heal when they could otherwise be using attacks, is a waste of a turn. I would rather heal between turns and have my healer beating the shit out of people so that we're actually finishing quicker. Therefore, we're having less stress from the mission, which is, remember, stress is like the HP bar that doesn't refresh after each mission. That's the most important HP bar of all. So the shorter the battles, the less stress that you get. I know that there's more stress when it's dark, but again, this is what I've found to be more effective. Should I bring bandages? I'm gonna bring a couple medicinal herbs. I don't think bandages are really needed in the ruins. Sometimes you'll find use for them, but I don't think it's... Oh, and I need 2 shovels. I almost always forget shovels. Fuck it, I'll bring 2 bandages. And this is kind of how I play. I usually spend, for the first few missions, I spend almost all my money. Oh, here we go.
The Fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Alright, so I have to actually zoom out a bit here. There we go. Thank you, 8-bit eyes. So a nice early battle that's pretty easy to get through here. 3 spiders, but of course I'm gonna miss every fucking time because that's where my luck is. I have the worst goddamn luck. Oh my god. Let's hope I get lucky with this grape shot blast. Awesome. All right. What the fuck? I just have the worst fucking luck with this game on show. Holy shit. That was like 6 attacks in a row that missed. Oh my god.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh wow, so he doesn't have any attacks from the back row if there isn't anybody in their back row. I have to be up a spot for that to work. Oh, that's awkward. Just so you guys know, like, you can actually see what my chance is to hit an enemy before I hit them, and I'll show you how bad my luck has been here. Right now, okay, so this Mace Bash, this has, well, all right, so I guess that the spiders have a high chance to dodge because the heroes hit a chance to hit here is 63%. Usually that would be around 80 for the cleric, or for the Vestal. So I guess
press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
It being spiders. Oh, I got good luck here. I got a charm from a standard battle. Who should get the move charm? Move resist. I don't want my Crusader being moved around, so I'm going to give him the move charm. All right, I'm going to move my Highwaymen back up. Let's go. Got some books here. Who wants to read them? Usually I want to go with the least stressed person. Let's go with my Vestal. She just got an obsession with food by reading that book. It must have been a Paula Deen's memoirs. There could be valuables inside the cabinet, so I'm going to unlock it. If I didn't unlock it, it would be trapped. Not bad, 12,000 gold. So scouting just happened. If you're unfamiliar with the game, scouting is a random chance, depending on the characters in your team. It can be a better or worse chance. But it'll show you on the map what's coming up. I can see that in the next hallway there's going to be a trap right away, so I'll be ready for that. Get my Highwayman, who's the best person in the team for disarming the trap. Everybody has different abilities. The Bounty Hunter, I think, is the best one at disarming, but I don't have one. Ouch. He had like
ambushed by foul invention.
He had like a 30% chance to Why does he have a buff on right now? What gave him this buff? Whoa! Okay, so this update has changed buffs in... Like, he should have lost that by now. I think that they've extended the buffs from battles, because usually, like, I was giving him this buff in the last battle. Usually those disappear a little bit quicker. I feel like they extended that. Although I did spend a lot of time just sitting around talking. Maybe that's it. Let's do the Vestal again. Good thing, good thing, good thing. On guard. She has extra speed in the first round and extra dodge in the first round. Ooh, this is new. What is this? The game's telling me that the torch is fading. That's okay, that's how I roll. What do we got here? It says, the sacrifice of fire is the gate to ruin. Place a torch if you crave the void. I don't have a torch. Maybe I'll come back to that? Yeah, I'll come back if I find a torch. Usually you would have found a torch by now. Torches are usually quite plentiful in the game. Alright, so first off, I'm going to try to shoot the Bone Courtier in the back because he does high stress damage. I want to try to kill him before he has a chance. Do a Hand of Light. Can I get him from here? Illumination. 2 to 5 damage. I have a good chance of killing him here. 1 damage short of killing him. And there he goes doing stress damage to my most stressed out guy right now. Awesome, awesome. There
As
he
the
goes.
fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
These guys are just fodder. They don't really do much damage. The worst thing you can have happen with these dudes is that they would do some critical hits that would stress out the whole team.
This expedition at least promises success.
Time to heal up. Oh, they changed the graphic for healing. Hey, what's going on here? Hey. Oh no, my strategy has gone to hell. He's full. He can't eat anymore. I can't spam food on guys anymore. Eat! What do you mean you're fucking full? Hey, but now they have critical healing? He's getting crits while healing. That's really interesting. Usually you just get... So you have a chance for extra healing from every, like, little bit of healing that you do. Maybe they've made healers more effective then. Because one of my arguments was that healers aren't even that effective until you've upgraded them a bunch. And that's why I like to use food, but it seems that with the addition of critical healing, another reason why I think that it's better to, like, why I would go with the food strategy is because every hit that you have, every melee strike that you go after an enemy with is a chance for a crit, which is a chance for some stress healing. And every time you're healing your party, that's a missed chance for stress healing, in my opinion, because you're not going to get a crit from it. But now that they've added crits to healing, that changes the game. I guess I'm going to have to rethink this. I like that they did that, because you guys might remember, if you watched my initial playthrough of this on our first look, I said that one of my problems with the game was the lack of, that the healers were so ineffective. Alright, so let's try Divine Grace on my Crusader who needs the healing the most. Okay, healers make sense now. Finally, they made healers make sense. So I changed my opinion now on healers and food. Oh my god, crits seem to be actually quite frequent.
Executed with impunity.
Oh no. I guess I'll get rid of the food. Or I'll eat some food. They're not... I wonder how often they are not full. I don't see any meter that says how full they are down here. So how do I know when they're full? Could somebody look up the note on that? Like, or if there is notes on the update, like whether there's a meter or like some way to indicate when I can eat again?
And now, the darkness
Thanks,
holds
Lionheart.
dominion.
Uh-oh, darkness.
Black as death.
It's gonna get challenging. Oh my god, that stressed everybody out a lot. No crit heal. Don't stress out the stressed guy! Oh shit, he's gonna go over the edge. Shit. Alright, so we're gonna use some blinding gas. Keep the guys that are stressing my team out at bay, which is why blinding gas is so effective in this game. Anything that stuns the enemy is a huge boon to your team. it keeps the battle under control. It keeps troublesome characters under control while you deal with what you need to get killed first. I guess this. Limit added to food consumption to reduce overeating exploit. Doesn't mention the number. It seems to me that it's 4, but it doesn't like, there doesn't seem to be any in-game indication of when I get to eat again. There's no like meter. I like that they called it an exploit. Like I was exploiting the game by coming up with that strategy. It was just a good strategy. It's not an exploit. Come on. There I go again, exploiting games. Isn't it funny that on this show, it seems that anytime I come up with an effective strategy, it always ends up being an exploit? Do you remember Mass Effect and how everybody in the chat room used to say that my strategy of charge, what was the strategy? It was charge, Nova Blast, and then one other move. And I did that combo over and over again and beat the shit out of everybody on Nightmare mode. And then everybody kept on telling me that I was cheating because it was like, I don't know, it wasn't pull, but everybody was like, you're basically cheating. Like, fuck you! I spent a good amount of time coming up with that fucking strategy and I'm proud of it. But it always seems the way for me. Whenever I come up with something effective, it always ends up being like cheating or an exploit or overpowered. It's not because I did good strategy. Thrash can't win. Oh, I'm loving these heal crits.
Mortality clarified.
That changes everything. Oh no, he's gonna go. Is he overstressed? Oh, come on. Ah, great. They just laced into him.
Frailty finally claim their due.
They destroyed him. It's rare that I see a character get that stressed in the first dungeon. So quickly.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
This is interesting. Yeah, I'll show you what's interesting in a moment. After I fill everybody up. I need to get rid of this. Do I have a shift? I'm gonna have to. There we go. Needed to get rid of something. What's interesting is I'm seeing that he can go over. There's a total of 200 stress for characters now. There used to only be 100. Once you got to 100, that was max. What happens when this fills up again? What happens when he gets to 200? Shit. Oh, it's an unlocked strongbox. I shouldn't have used the key on it.
Wealth
Shit.
beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and
Lionheart!
the foolhardy alike.
So apparently your character has a heart attack. Sometimes when I ask a question, when I ask questions to the air, I'm just wondering out loud. When I tell you guys specifically to find out for me, you'll know when I'm asking you to find something out specifically. No big deal. I don't hold it against you, but just learn from that. I just take it for granted everybody knows what my rhetorical questions are versus my
Hacks laden
wondering
with
out
loot
loud.
are often low on supplies.
There's a difference. Damn it, he's still full. I want to take this stuff with me. I'm going to get rid of... and bandages. So I don't have a key anymore because I fucked up. Oh well. On the good side, while this has been a very stressful run into the dungeon, I have benefited from a lot of loot for the first dungeon. More than I'm used to. I remember that first episode I did on the show. I couldn't get good loot to save my friggin' life, even though I was in the darkest of dungeons. Like I was letting the light run down to minimum, and I was still getting screwed with no loot. God damn it! Oh, well, his accuracy is going to be shit now because he's stressed out, so... The grubs are easy, at least. But they do have a stressful attack. If you get bitten by a grub, you get stressed out. Oh, he's so ineffective when he's stressed. Shit. And he's stressing out the whole team. They're all about to go to their limit. There we go.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
So now that they've added this hunger exploit, or this like eating too much limitation, you've actually got to be careful, I guess. Like you got to make sure that you're always eating, because a missed opportunity to eat might actually screw you over a little bit if you're not taking advantage of it when you can. So I still haven't completed 100% of room battles, meaning this last room has got to have something in it. How could you guys be hungry? I just got rid of... screw it. We'll experiment with this mass. You're already stressed out. Damn it. Herbs there would have guaranteed some sort of loot.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
So unfortunately, coming to this room, my team was surprised putting the Crusader at the back, which renders him pretty useless. So he's gonna have to spend the next 2 turns making his way back to the front. This is gonna be a grueling battle because of that, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. A body's limit, heart attack. Stress continues to build beyond the point of affliction. If a hero's stress bar fills a second time completely, their body will give out. Get them aid or retreat back to town before this happens. Death awaits us all. He'll be okay. I think I might have to sacrifice my,
At the very precipice of oblivion.
I might just have to let him die, because he's just probably not... Whoa, what happened there? What's going on in the background? Somebody else got tested. Everybody's getting fucked.
Conspiracy. Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
This is not good times for me. The team has not fared well. And oh my god, the fucking Plague Doctor won't move, so my Crusader is absolutely useless right now. He won't get out of the way.
From becoming unwound.
Maybe if I'm lucky, he'll die. This is not good. Oh, none of their resolve is being tested in a positive way.
Heroism.
There, he let me by. And a crit!
Waits for the slightest lapse
Here
in
comes
concentration.
I think they've ramped up the difficulty with the patch. I don't think I can go into dungeons with full darkness anymore. They've changed it. They've made it hard. Harder.
A devastating blow. Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Have they said that they made darkness more difficult? Did they put it in the notes?
How quickly the tide turns.
And so my Plague Doctor just had a heart attack. And now they want me to retreat. No, I've almost won. I've almost got this. There we go.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Open it. Damn it. Alright. Guess we're all done here. What a terrible time.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
At least the loot seems to have gone up a little bit. That's a bit more loot than I would usually get from the first dungeon. So they've increased the difficulty with complete darkness, but they've also increased the loot you get. I think I'm gonna be sending all of these adventurers home now. I might keep Dismas because
Our
Highwayman...
family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Let's see what heroes I got. Okay, so I can definitely get... Oh, whoa, new hero! Mallet, Seeker Man-at-Arms. He's got Eagle Eye. What are his abilities? Command. Target gets 5 accuracy. It's not that great. Retribution, melee. This is standard attack, I guess. Accuracy base is 85. Damage mod is -40. Self gets protection, 10% protection, and it marks the target. Activates Riposte. Oh, so he can like counter. This would be a good combo with a bounty hunter to mark the target. Rampart. Wait, what else does it do? Yeah, okay. Melee, forward 1. Oh, so he'll go forward 1 when he uses this. Half damage. Crit mod is 5%. Knockback of 1. Stun base of 100%. Oh, this guy's awesome. I'm not huge on the give your buddies accuracy ability, but... And then he's got his standard is Crush. What's his damage do? 0 dodge. Damage of 5 to 10. Well, Crusaders have 5 to 9 by... So he's about the same... He's about as good as a Crusader in terms of damage dealing.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Alright, go home, Crusader. I wonder if they've patched it yet so that you lose or... I might lose this move turn, but I need to test something, because in the previous game, you lose any trinkets that are still attached to the hero when you dismiss them, and that was annoying. I hope they fixed it.
Send this one to journey elsewhere, for we have need of sterner stock.
They have not fixed it, so make sure you take trinkets off of heroes before you dismiss them. He's still good, the Highwayman. I might keep him around. She is... Oh, it seems that they bring, once you're done the dungeon, they bring you back down to 100 stress, even if you were above it. So that's good. I think I'll still keep her too. She's actually quite good. I'll probably pay to get them both stress healed. It might not be worth it for her. She has really good abilities though. Yeah, I think her plus afflictions are her quirks. She has 2 really good quirks. And her negative quirks aren't even that bad. So yeah, I'm gonna stress heal her up. These other ones aren't that special, but I'll probably bring them along just to see how well they fare. I have no choice. I need heroes.
Pious and unrelenting.
And I have a new Highwayman too.
Elusive.
Evasive. No.
Persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue. Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike. The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Should I increase stress recovery right now, or should I wait and decide what I'm going to do with my... I really want these 2 healed up. I don't want to spend a lot of money doing it. See what you can do, you can update the Abbey so that you spend less... You spend less getting stress healed, but it costs you some busts and crests. You can also, busts and crests are also used to upgrade, I think, the guild? The guild takes artwork, actually. Fuck it.
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
Oops. What? Oh, she won't do this? God damn it. So she has to go, what, drinking? Damn it. That usually ends up in something bad. I don't like sending my heroes drinking because usually they end up like spending extra money, or they'll lose something important like a good trinket or something while they get drunk. There are negative things to getting your stress healed. And it's also randomly generated. Ooh, what do we got here? Book of Relaxation if I do this quest. 15% stress resist, -4 accuracy, or +4 accuracy, -2 crit, -5 damage. Not that big of a thing. I mean, the accuracy is nice. I think they've updated this to give you a trinket for every mission you do. Because it used to be trinkets were pretty rare to get in a mission. Plus 25% damage if HP is below 25%. I don't think I'm going to take that risk often. A little bit extra crit, a little bit less accuracy. Nah. And what's this one? -100% food consumed. Meaning they don't get hungry. 10% max HP, -4 dodge. That's pretty good for a tank. That's a really good ring for a tank. It's either that or the Book of Relaxation. I'm gonna go with this. So I'm gonna put out Mallet in there, and I have no choice but to take 2 Vestals. Let's see. One of them seems to be more melee based than the other. Got some party healing going on here. Illumination. She doesn't have she does have the stun ability, but only when she's in the back 2 rows. Mace bash only when she's in the front 2. She's got the ability of Steady, which stress resist. Obsessed with material things, meaning she might steal? No, I don't think that's what that means. Obsessed with Sainthood, ranged. These 2 aren't that great. These are probably disposable heroes that I'm looking at right now. They both use Mace Bash. Alright, I'm going to put the one that has the stun ability in the back. I'm going to put the one with the Mace Bash right behind my tank, and I'm going to put Kosin. He has the ability of Wicked Slice, which he can do from all the way 3 rows back. Pistol Shot, Grape Shot Blast. He's got all the standard trappings. Good stuff. Alright. So this is a medium quest. Gonna have to provision well for it. Gotta take some firewood. How many rings? Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna take 8 torches. So my strategy is I'm gonna keep things bright at the beginning. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna let it get dark as the dungeon goes on. These are novice characters, so they're gonna need brightness for a lot of this. I'm gonna take 3 stacks of food. Usually for a medium dungeon I would bring, with my old strategy, I would have brought about 6 to 8 stacks of food. I'm gonna bring 3 stacks plus, I have 2 healers with me, so that ought to be enough actually. 2 things of medicinal herbs, 2 things of holy water, 2 shovels, 2 keys. I think I'm happy with that. Alright guys, I'm going to take a break here. I'll be back after, thanks for the reminder, Becky. Be back after this with more Darkest Dungeon on Video Games Lonesome Live. Stay tuned.